Alright, we're back. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over to get the armor. We're going to go ahead and start the armor quest. So what I'm going to do so that I can find this place again, that I'm kind of flying around with, I'm going to run over here and set a waypoint. And then once I get the G9, I will be able to just pop right here. I won't have to fly out here every time. So let's do waypoint. So you just type /way and it will create a waypoint, and now I know where my little area is. I can come over here, go to waypoints, and I can name it. So let's name it, and I'll just call it Otherland, which is the dude's last name. Another thing I'm going to do is I am going to run over here into my smuggler's house, and I'm going to grab a fishing pole. So we'll sink. Lets me come in. Here's some junk I've looted. We're not going to worry about any of that. And I am going to grab a 86 quality fishing pole. And how about some... How about worm bait? Alright, that'll come into play in a while. Alright, so then what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and head over to Mos Eisley. And we need to go. So, we are in the starport. This is originally how the game, you moved around from planets. You bought a ticket, you came over, you talked to this guy, he told you where, and he took you wherever you bought the ticket for. They added jump to light speed, which really made that process a whole lot better. And I think that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pick a faction, as we are going to become an Imperial. So, let me slow down. This is a Starship terminal. It will bring up any ship that I currently have deeded. The only ship I have right now is this little yacht, and it's terrible to fly around in. But it's really cool. You can store stuff there. You can actually decorate it like a house. We're not going to do that right now. Maybe later. So I'm going to select it. I'll pull this down here. Then I want to go to travel. And I want to go to Naboo. Because that's where I'm going to pick up my Imperial pilot thing. So I'm going to go to Kadera, which is right here, because I believe the trainer I want's there. So I'll select it. You can't see what's happening. It's probably off screen. And travel. It's going to pop me to Kadera, and I come to the new starport, and then I am going to... So you see this one's a little different. Come to the starport, come over here. And then I believe the trainer I want's over here somewhere. Can bring up the map, and it will show me Lieutenant Barnes, Imperial Pilot Trainer, right there in the center. So that's who I want to be, because I'm going to be an Imperial pilot. And Imperial pilots are glass cannons, man. They are in the beginning. Your little TIE fighter ain't got much. Alright, so according to my records, I'm not on the Imperial roster. You may need to speak with one of our recruiters to get this cleared up. That's correct. I am not an Imperial, so I have not joined the Imperials. So, let's see if we can find a recruiter. Alright, so if we look at this, there might be a recruiter around here. Alright, well I know where a recruiter is. So we are going to go talk to an Imperial recruiter. I do not want to do the squadron there. So I'll pick this back up in a second when I've come back and when I've found a recruiter. Alright, we are at Beston. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to screw up every name, so just get used to it. I just do the best I can and just rock along. I don't really care if I'm saying it right. All right, so now we come over here. This is best, and it's almost always Imperial, I think. Kind of like Anchorhead is always Rebel. So I would like to be an Imperial mercenary. So let's look at that. Yes, I see. While you won't receive Imperial rank, if you decide to take this route, you will also be the target of Rebel thugs. If you choose, you may participate in city conflicts and even special forces duties. Are you interested? You know what? No, I want to get rank. So let's join the military. Joining the military is a big commitment. Yes, it is. I did it in real life. And it was all right. Absolutely. All right, so joining the military is a big commitment. Yep, we're going to do the actual join the military side. All right, perhaps I should think about it a bit longer. Nope, I'm going to join. Welcome to the Imperial. I expect good things from you, recruit. Outstanding. I'm looking to requisition supplies. I would like to make a change in my duty status. I'm going to click that because I want to make sure that I'm on leave. I'd like to use my personal leave time. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I am certain. All right. So for 5 minutes, I'm killable, I believe, by any rebel. And I'm very killable because I'm only level 10. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pop to this. I'm going to see if this will let me use it. I can't remember if I'm locked out or not. So I'm going to jump over to Cadera. Nope, I can move. Alright, so what do you want to do? Imperial Naval, I'm here to bust rebel heads. Sign me up. Yep. Slow down, friend. Alright, so I'm going to click this. I'm a great fighter pilot, mostly. Alright. Pretty sure they're going to give me that shit. Let me see if they give me shit. Data pad. There you go. I got a TIE fighter. So, close that, end conversation. And we'll do that later. I just want to make sure that I picked a faction before I go do the mission for the armor, because the armor will be a different color based on my faction. This is a good way to get a start in this game. So now, TIE Fighter, I am going to travel to Talus and go to Derek. Alright, so just happens to be snowing in Derek and Beyond, because I think they do a Christmas event here. Alright, so from here, we want to go across to right here, which is the cantina, and we're looking for a clone named Mort. There he is. Alright, so let's see, that's it. Yep, gonna buy him another drink because he wants to drink. I'm gonna try to click through this before he moves around. He keeps nodding. Alright, so he gives me a quest. It says deal with evil, avenging Mort phase 1. So I'm going to look at this. We're going to go, so that's the legacy quest. We haven't started that. Avenging Mort. So it says one of the clone troops in the clone army wants revenge for being left to die by his old commander now. You've agreed to try and gather evidence from Mort. The commanders is not defeated. Let's see. So I need to go to the Katarn Hotel. Alright, so that is on Naboo. So let's go to Naboo. We'll take our TIE fighter. We're going to travel Naboo, and Katarn is right here in the center. Travel. here we go, right? We can look at the map. That's what the hotels look like. You just kind of go to them. And you can hit, I'm hitting V, which brings up the planet map. I can click this for hotel. That's fine. It's telling me that they're about to be invaded, so it's a big combat thing. Maybe we can catch some of that. I can click Karen. I can do right click, tell it to create a waypoint, and it'll give me a waypoint for the hotel. So that's a way to get around that too. And we might do that some just to get used to it. So I'm going to come in. And right over here is the guy that we need to talk to. Right there. Eventually, we're going to have to fight these things. They're 44s, so you got to have somebody that can help you. So let's see. I'm here on behalf of my master, Jabba the Hutt. Alright, so dealing with evil. Now it says a secluded meeting. Let's see what that needs us to do. It's been a year since I've done this, so I don't remember these. You're a setup. Deal with this dude. You're couriers to an abandoned building opposite the hotel in Dejah Peak on Naboo. You're located upstairs in the blasters. This might require me to recruit a friend because I am level 10. That's the shot. So we're not worried about getting experience or levels or anything like that. We're just trying to get through it. There you go. This is Dejah Peak Starport. I'm going to buy a round trip ticket because I bet I have to come back here. I have 1,000. Let's see how much money I have. Am I going to run out of money? Close. Alright. Alright, I'm going to wait right here. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to bring in my level 90 bounty hunter to help with this quest real quick. So all we're really doing is we're just trying to get the armor so Managan gets the easiest, best start he can get. And you're going to want to do that on any character you make. If you can. Or, buy armor or something like that, but you're going to want some armor because it'll be game changing. Alright, so I have got my my bounty hunter on. He's level 90. Let's see if I can. It's kind of what he looks like, which is the looted and crafted bounty hunter armor, which is pretty cool. I played it on live originally, and I actually like it a lot. So I've got him running. I'm going to invite to group. So now we're going to join up in a group. Now he's level 90, so if we were to kill something, my experience I think is gimped. I'm not too sure. But what I'm going to do is bring out my little vehicle, and now he can jump in my vehicle because it's a two-person vehicle. And then I will we'll go over here and try to accomplish this goal. See if we can get him to come up there. Let's see. Yep, they'll let me in. Alright, so I think... here we are. Let me get him in there, though, so when this turns bad, he can start whooping. Alright. So let's talk to this dude. What level are these guys? 34. They'll stomp me quick. We winded. I got beat up pretty quick. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and loot these dudes. Some of this stuff's trash. I'm just going to run off. We'll just leave that guy there. Alright, back at Mort. Let's see if you can kind of see it. So I just went from 10 to 13 by doing that. Got 3 levels. Head to the Association Hall in Katarn on Naboo and talk to an Imperial officer in charge. And so, let's see. We cannot sustain lengthy. Oh, that's fine. Katarn is actually under attack right now, which is no big deal. Here he is. I need to talk to Major whatever his name is. Turning in a traitor. So let's see. So now it says, okay. Oh, I need to go downstairs. All right. So we're gonna go downstairs. This is where the downstairs is. Sweet. It's a hologram of the Emperor. Alright, he's asking me to do some bad stuff. Okay, so, I almost want to do this just cause, but if you if you do this, click. I'm sorry, my lord, I'm not a killer. I'm not going to do that. Alright, so now I need to go back and kill that dude, I guess. I'm trying to get the armor. You'll get the armor even if you pick the other option, but it's funny. So, alright. So, I'm in Katarn, and the hotel's here, and that's where that dude is. So, we'll get back to the hotel, because I'm going to have to bring over my bigger guy. Alright, so I'm back. This thing is killing these guys. I'm going to talk to him. We win, I think. Mission accomplished. Alright, TIE Fighter Hollow has been placed in nice. Deliver the good news. Back to Mort. So let's talk to the one-armed Mort. Nice. And I leveled. So I am now level 14. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so here's something very important I forgot to say. You've got to make sure you have space in your inventory when you do this quest, because if your inventory is completely full, I think it won't give you the items. I'm not sure about that, but you want to make sure you have space. So what I want to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to unequip appearance items so that it's going to show the armor when I put it on. Let's see, you lack the certificate required to equip. Oh, you got to be level 20. I forgot. Okay, so you got to be level 20 to wear the armor, so I can't even use it yet. That's all right. So let me go ahead and put all this stuff back on. So now I have it for when I can use it. So what I'm going to do is throw it in a backpack. I do not have a backpack yet either. Wow, I'm like super new. All right, well, we got the armor early. We're good to go, and then we'll pick up a little bit later. Video is pretty much long enough, so I'll probably have to edit some stuff out, but I'll edit out all the travel and all that crazy stuff to make it a little quicker. And then we will pick it back up at the next phase. We want to try to get to level 20 so we can wear the armor.